Hey everybody, Josh Gary from JoshG.tv with this week's episode of In Review, and this time we're going to do another video game, and it's going to be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 came out in November of 2009. Infinity Ward, a lot of acclaim, a lot of anticipation about this game, and it was well deserved. They took basically what they did in Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare and extended it. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, unless you've been living under a rock, is probably one of the most popular first-person shooters for the Xbox and the PlayStation 3. Now, the second one, in the single-player campaign, extends the story from the first. I'm not going to do any spoilers, but it's a pretty short campaign, but it's very intense. It plays on your emotions. There are some scenes that, let's just say, are a little disturbing. I'm not going to go into any spoilers, but the ending has probably one of the best twists that I've seen in a video game in a really long time. Now, obviously, if you've been paying attention to the news, there is a scene in Modern Warfare 2 that has been getting a lot of flack. It's a level called No Russian, and what Infinity Ward did is they made the level where you didn't have to complete it if you didn't want to. Like if you're a parent and your child has the video game, you can block out that scene, and it doesn't affect the story, it doesn't affect any achievements or anything like that. You just don't get the experience, which I'm just going to go ahead and say it's not really a spoiler. You walk into a Russian airport and you mow down civilians. Now, it does help with the story, which some people think that the story is a little too hard to follow or it's too twisted and everything. Me personally, I thought it was pretty easy to follow. It was like a spy war espionage movie in some of the twists and some of the angles that there were. Very intriguing story. I enjoyed it myself. Now, the other big part of the Call of Duty franchise is the multiplayer. That's pretty much what a lot of people get these games for. I've played multiplayer online with people that never even touched the single player. Okay? Now, the multiplayer has a lot of customization. You can equip what you want, your primary weapon, your secondary weapon. You've got assault rifles, submachine guns, shotguns, sniper rifles, any weapon that you can think of that is currently in use in the military, you can equip your character with. Stinger missiles, javelins. You can also do these perks, which allow you to not show up on the radar or your footsteps are quiet, and so you can customize your own little class for how you like to play. Now, the multiplayer is where I have a little bit of a gripe with Modern Warfare 2. It is extremely buggy, laggy, and frustrating. When it first started, some of the connection issues with getting a party. Say if you've got 4 or 5 friends spread across the country, you all want to stick together, there are a lot of problems with you being able to stick together, and you got to back out and go to a lobby and go into another game. Now, there's also connection issues. There are several times where I've been in a team deathmatch game and I've gone around a corner and I've unloaded a whole clip into my opponent and I still die. Well, in multiplayer, when you die, you get to see the person that killed you, their view. It's called a kill cam. Now, when this person's kill cam would come up, it would show me just standing there. And they would do one shot into my head and I was dead. Connection issues, connection issues, connection issues. Trying to connect to a game can sometimes take quite a while. Now, there have been progressions. Infinity Ward has taken a lot of the bugs and a lot of the problems that people had, and they have fixed them. But you have exploits and hacks that go on. Anybody that's played Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer knows about the Simtex Javelin exploit. You were a human bomb, which is kind of lifelike, but it was extremely annoying. Then you had the bugged lobbies where you had unlimited rocket ammo and all these things. Is just really frustrating, and I think that's one of the points that really frustrates me about Modern Warfare 2. Now, another less known or less talked about option that you get for Modern Warfare 2 is called Spec Ops, which you can do single player or co-op with a friend, either through Link or split screen or Xbox Live. And it's you and a buddy or you by yourself, and you have specific missions where you have to defend against waves, you have to stealthily get from point A to point B, a lot of those. And you unlock stars depending on how difficult, for a rookie, veteran, etc. when you complete these, and you unlock more as it goes on and they get more intense. The replayability from the Spec Ops alone makes Modern Warfare 2 highly replayable. In the end, you take an excellent single-player campaign. You take a somewhat buggy and glitchy multiplayer, a fun multiplayer though, and you take Spec Ops and you put that all together, and what you do, out of 5 Gs, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4.5 G. I'm not going to give it a 5 just simply because of all the problems that come with the multiplayer, such as the lag and the exploits and just some of the frustrations. I'm going to go ahead and say sometimes it's just better to put down your controller and walk away for a little bit. Play something else. Anyway, this has been Josh Geary from JoshG.tv, and this week's episode has been Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.